Hey, what's up everyone? So before we start the video, I just want to quickly say thanks to everybody that subscribed and liked the last video regarding Hellfire, the peak character of DNA. All right. Yep. Okay. So, thank you guys. It's been really tough switching games, so I much appreciate it. Now, to get into what you've all been waiting for, I hand you over to my little friend. Ah, yes, the two big reasons why I main Hellfire. Oh, what's up, guys? Didn't see you there. Alright, so you guys want an update on the Hellfire build? Well, let me just tell you guys, it's now absolutely cracked. It is so much better now. It's so much more fun. And all it took was a few adjustments. And let's just get into it. Let's just go. Let's just do it. Alright, Armory. For our Hellfire goddess right here, the major changes that I did was, first you guys have to understand how her skills work, alright? A lot of people have come into my chat, when I go live, they say, bro, you're doing it wrong, you need attack, pyro damage, more pyro damage, it says deals pyro damage. Nah, that's not how it works, guys. Although I do appreciate your input, but that's not how it works. So basically, if you see it right here, Retribution is the AoE damage she does to enemies inside of her circle without them damaging me. Alright? That's just them being in there. It's like, yeah, they're just burning in that circle. Comes from my maximum HP. This damage is not affected by attack or anything. It is purely affected by the amount of HP that you have and skill damage. This number will go up if you have more skill damage on your build. Now, I could show you really quickly what that would look like. And that would be this. I'd equip this because it gives me skill damage. And if we go back to her skills, it goes higher, right? 86.24% of her max HP. Now, this is good if you don't have any weapon that raises your max HP. So, some people would believe that this is a good item for her. This is like the third best item for her as a weapon, the Wayne Wraith. It's a good free-to-play weapon. You get this early on. It's totally free. There's no ties. You don't need to buy, you don't need to grind. It's just gonna be given to you. Okay? You might be tempted to go for her main weapon, which is not that. Where is it? It's this one, Punitive Inferno, because what this does, it gives you max HP when a pirate character takes damage. Grants 15% skill duration for 8 seconds. This is good because it increases the amount of time that you have your skills up. The problem is, or it's not really a problem, you don't really need this because Serenity will cover the time that you don't have your skills. You'll be good as long as you have Serenity, especially the gold one. I don't have the gold one yet, but I have the purple one and it's doing just fine for whatever I'm doing. Okay? So yeah, this is pretty good, and it does tell you that she's good with great swords. But the best item to use on her is actually Sybil's weapon. I think that is Sybil's weapon. Undying Oniros. And the nice thing about this weapon, guys, you don't need to use your weekly on her weapon. You can just use it on her. So you just get more copies of Hellfire and increase her Intron. Alright? And this is just way better. Just read it. Max HP plus 50%. This increases when you smelt it. We can show the smelt version of it. There you go. So it's gonna be 100%. And if you know how to math, 8.6 times 2 would probably be what? Class, let me know. I don't know. 17.2% of your max HP up to 10 stacks, so 170% bonus to your max HP, and then this would be 100%. her damage scales with her max HP. And it's not only that one skill, chat. I keep calling you guys chat because I'm so used to it because I'm a streamer. You know, I do streams. This skill right here, the Step on Me Mommy skill, is a huge percentage of your max HP. So just imagine how big your HP is multiplied by your skill damage. I was wrong in thinking that HP times skill damage equal value is better. It's good to have some skill damage, but it's better to have more HP, and then you multiply that because that's how she works. She absolutely goes insane with HP. That's why the biggest change to the build is the addition of the Undying Oniros. And this stack is so easy to get, okay? Alright, before we get too much into... I guess we're already here. Sorry guys, let's just do it. Her weapon. What Demon Wedge do we put in her weapon? Well, of course you're gonna put attack, just because there's nothing else to put. So you put attack, that increases the damage of the weapon. It's not too important, but it's there. What's really important is you get this one, Trammel. Combo duration, so it's easier to get the S rank combo. It maintains it better. And then you get plus 78% trigger probability. The reason why you want this is, well, again, if you go back to the weapon, you just go back here. This weapon triggers a bonus effect on hit, grants 8.6% max HP. So whenever you trigger this effect, you need, well, you get more HP, right? But you need the weapon to trigger more, so you need to add trigger probability. That leads you to this one, the Trammel. 100% trigger probability, so it's always gonna work. And then, because you're triggering stuff, you might as well get all the trigger bonuses. When triggering bonus effect, you gain one stack that increases your range. So this helps you hit everything while it's farther away. Really easy. This one, when you trigger a bonus effect, gain critical damage. Everything that triggers a bonus effect is what you want to put onto this weapon. There's a bunch more into this. I just haven't gone into it in detail yet. But in the final form with all the golden demon wedges, I will update you guys on what exactly you want to put. But this is the bare bones of it. This is the framework that you're going to want to go with this weapon. Okay? Since we're in the weapons, we might as well go to the range weapon. So initially, I was using, I think this one. I was using this one, and it was good because it gives you skill range. But then I adjusted something on my Demon Wedge because I figured out how to scale her damage. And this one, I had too much range. Alright, I was having a hard time picking up stuff, so I had to reduce her range. Of all things I had to do, that's kind of crazy. I had to reduce range. So the best weapon for her range is this one because it gives you skill damage. And it's easy to farm, guys. This is also in the commissions, the covert commissions, along with this weapon, the Sybil weapon. This is farmable in the covert commissions. This is the most free-to-play friendly build using Hellfire. I call it free-to-play friendly because, you know, some people are buying copies of weapons and doing this and that just to showcase the build early. I get it. You make the content. You do it your way. I'm focusing more on a more realistic type of player. Like you and me, the free-to-play guys or the light spenders that don't want to unlock everything with money because, well, if you do that, you're just gonna kill the game for yourself faster. Okay? Anyway, I went to a tangent right there. For your range weapon. Now, this one, it doesn't really matter what you put here for now because, you know, it's not really that useful. Because it's just the raw stat of skill damage that you're going to do. And most of your damage is going to come from your skills anyway. And you're going to want to consistently be using your whip. Because, well, your whip sword. That's kind of why I like this. I chose this also for the theme. because it's a whip sword and she's like a devil, like succubus whip. You know? Okay. All right, so that's why I did that. So, yeah, these are the weapons. This one, X Cruise Duo, and this one, Undying Oneros. Okay. Now that we know that, let's go back to our Hellfire. Of course, you're gonna want to get everything max. I already explained this before. Get HP whenever this is available. Get this. Get everything for her. Even get this one in case you want to make her a backup, because she is a very, very good partner for Lyn. If you're gonna be a Lyn main and you want the Hellfire, Hellfire is really good for Lyn, because she is basically a free 30% additional damage dealt. So this is final damage. You get 30% more above your final computation. She's such a good character, chat. That's just how it is. This one's attack boost. It's not too important. I'm using her as my main, so I don't use this for now. Okay. Her demon wedges, which is what's most important about this part, have been adjusted. This specifically is her BNB. Her bread and butter is the Nirvana, or the Covenanters Nirvana Spectrum. It's basically HP percentage and skill range, and then if you level it 5 times, you can put multiple copies of this. As you can see, I have 3 of them, which gives me a lot of HP. Now, you also want to get Nirvana Phoenix, because it's 75% HP as well. You don't need to put any attack nonsense. That's useless for your build. So, your next item or your next wedge would be Typhoon's Prime Uplift. I used to have Serenity. You can use Serenity, but you should just use Serenity on a on a person that's not your AI characters, your partners, whatever, your companion. Just put it on Daphne or something and let her carry the Serenity. And you have to have Uplift, because it gives you 11% damage dealt, increased damage dealt. So this is final damage. Again, this 11% works on the final damage. After you do a crit, after you do whatever, it's that damage that gets multiplied by 11.0%. There are other wedges you could try, but this one, it just makes you cast more, like it lowers the cost of the sanity, and it gives you attack, which is kind of useless. This one, what is this one? Attack and duration, it's the same thing. This one's defense. She doesn't need defense. She's already very tanky. Attack and efficiency, again, nope, you don't need that. Alright, so the best option for her... Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong things. My bad, chat. My bad. You could go for Resolve. The problem is, you keep healing, so you're never going to be low on HP to begin with, so Resolve is kind of useless for you. Skill damage, this is terrible because it weakens you. And then this one, yeah, this is the one that you're not going to use anymore. So that's why Uplift is better. And you're going to use Resolve on maybe your third character, your off DPS or your main DPS that's being controlled by your companion. Alright? And another change to the build was the addition of Ifrit's Devouring Wildfire. In the initial, when I was reading this in the beginning, I did not see the skill damage percentage increase to 30%. I only read the effect of gaining attack, because attack is really useless for Hellfire in terms of her skills, but I guess it's okay in terms of her whipping around people or her burny damage from the burn effect that you get from being a pyro character. So it's good. So what you're mainly after here is the skill damage. Okay. Next, for your Griffin's Inferno, you're gonna want to get pyro attack, skill damage, and skill range. Very simple. There's no other real other piece to get anyway, so you just want this and then just slot that in. And you're basically good. So if you see it, I have 3 of these. When I unlock this, I will consider either using another one of this and putting it here, or I might do something a little different, but it kind of works too. This one, depending on what you're doing, Sphinx Trap increases the damage dealt by initially, basically it's 24% depending on the activity that you're doing. That's final damage again. So this is very strong for like defense or whatever. Exploration. Actually, it's very strong for like exploration stuff. Yeah, that one's gonna be good. Or if ever there's a mode where there's just gonna be a ton of mobs that you have to just wipe out, this is the one to use. But if you're gonna go for bosses, then you do... There's another one of these Sphinx ones. I don't have it yet. And if there's only 1 or 2 enemies near you, you deal 24 bonus damage to them. This is probably what I would put in the final slot. I think this is a bigger modifier than more HP. But there is another one that you could try, but I don't think it's needed once you get the Gold Serenity one. Because she sustains her sanity pretty easily because of how long her... What do you call it? Her skills take, or how long it's already on by default. 14 seconds is a long time, right? Don't tell your partner. Alright, so... Okay, so those are her demon wedges. She's absolutely cracked now, and I hope that, well, you give me that like and sub again, because once again, thank you guys for the support. I highly appreciate it. It's been tough getting a new audience because I changed game, and I think maybe, just maybe, we found the game to build our true audience base. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all on the next video. Peace. To showcase this build, we're gonna do some level 60 defense commissions, just so that you can see it in action. If you like it, then it's for you. If you don't, then it's not for you. Again, this is my preferred playstyle and my preferred character. 20k and just one shot at everything. If I had a little bit more skill range, probably when I get the gold ones, I just clear the whole map. Oops. You always want to start with a stomp, by the way, and then you go into the buff. Alright, come on. Summon them. Luno Explorer. Alright, let him walk up a little bit. And stomp. Wait, what the hell? There's more? So again, not as strong against single targets, but, you know, still decent. These are Luno coins. You're gonna need to farm a lot of this. I'm gonna use some boosters on it. No, I have no sanity for the combo. Alright. Alright, let's build up some HP. And then let's stomp. Alright, stomp. Deleted the shield. I did not want to use my aura there, but oh well. Dang. Come closer. Stomp. So you can pretty much do stomp level 65s or 68s, whatever these are. I don't know why those are so tanky, the ones with the rifle. Delete. Alright, now it's the real test. The 70s. Yesterday, I was clearing 70 kind of slow. I think it's a lot better now. I think I'm at least 33 to 40% stronger than I was yesterday. And I only changed a few things. Still fairly quick. That's level 70 mobs, so maybe like 3 stomps to kill 70 mobs. I would probably change my team up too, like I might replace my current lineup. I'll keep Daphne, but I might change Rebecca. This whip weapon is pretty strong too. I kinda like it. I'll put more crit damage on it too. Yeah, if I fine-tune this whip, it's gonna be good off skill damage. Whoa, what's happening here? And I think I got the sanity drain mob. Just great for demoing this. It's gonna take a while to kill. Alright, this just shows me that I need to upgrade my weapon. But it's already a lot faster than it was yesterday, because this was super slow yesterday. I cut the time of killing this mob probably by 3/4. I'm not even capping. You can rewind my stream yesterday, and you can see that this is going by a lot faster than it was yesterday. Okay, there you go, chat. There you go, boys. That's the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's not yet in its super final form, but it's getting close to it. And, you know, if I get more copies of her, if I get more copies of the weapon, this thing can go pretty damn hard, alright?